YouTube, Merinthium, aka Aaron here with RLcrafters on his plotting creative. So, RL, care to take us on a tour?
Yes, well, this is my city, which I created out of sheer boredom, as most of the big things that I do in Minecraft are. And it is based loosely on a project by a couple Minecrafters whose names escaped me, which it's basically where they turn an entire Minecraft world into a city. So there are tower blocks at every corner, and it is quite astronomically big. I would recommend you go and download it.
If I can find the map, I'll add it in the description.
Yeah. So basically, it's called Lexington because that's the name that sticks in my head, because that's where a hotel that I stayed in New York was, on Lexington Avenue. Those of you who have Google Earth or Bing Maps or something can go look that up. Basically, yeah, so this is the multi-story car park for the mall, which is on the other side of town. It's got a few layers. And not many cars in it. That's because it's never really been finished, and the people who were building it sort of got bored. Level 3, a bit more cars. On the top level, nice open air space.
That's why I never do large projects, because I know I'll get bored of it eventually.
This actually was, in fact, an RP map, so as we go around the buildings, you may notice on some of the doors stuff like rent signs and stuff. But that RP has since been forgotten in the mist of time. I'm going to jump off the edge onto the pavement.
There we go.
Along here, there are quite a few tower blocks with no real purpose. There are 3 actual buildings with purposes, but this is Vipercrafter 230's house in the RP owes $150 in rent from about 3 months ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably accumulated to about $1 million.
Knowing this server.
Over here we have the bank building, owned by Butter Flames, who was exempt from rent as they joined on the day rent was due. And if you fly up, you may not be able to recognise it, but it does say vaguely bank on the side of the building.
I can see it, just about.
Across the hall is the police station. Across the street is the police station, of which never really even got started. I just built the building, turned it into a police station. Here we have another shop, or another, owned by Rena, who's Gamekeeper 13. Rent paid for week 1, no other rent due because it was forgotten. Around the sides here, we've got little alleys. I was meant to put like little containers and stuff in there, but I
never got round to it.
That. Yeah, this is a PopKid 2's shop again with if you actually look, you won't be able to look in the hoppers, but in the hoppers, the mailboxes is actually the last ever newspaper to be published for the
Daily News.
Just literally a piece of paper named the Daily News.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Around here, another tower block. I haven't actually seen this one. Daffydidi's house. Oh no. Bill Jojo 22 and Daffydidi's. Except from rent. I haven't actually seen this one. I saw it in construction, but I haven't seen it finished, so this is new for me. That's an interesting bed. Looks like a railway wagon. Yes. Yeah. Whoop. Go through the doors. Over here, we have what used to be a junkyard, which is why it's just filled with hoppers and chests and crafting tables. And for some reason, a beacon.
Some people might consider beacons junk, I suppose.
Possibly. But over here, we have what was going to be the town hall, but the person who was constructing it got bored, so I turned it into a construction site and added a crane made entirely out of gold blocks.
Not a junk crane then.
No, not a junk crane. Quite an expensive crane, actually. The huge bridge, which goes over the junkyard, is the motorway. When we get to the junction where you can get up there, I'll show you that. Go along the street, and you can see some of the motorway signs and cars going along top there. This is the mall, where the multi-storey car park was over there in the distance.
Yeah.
And that's how old it is. Established 2013.
It's only a year old.
Yeah. This is my record shop. I have chests full of all of the records. And I can play any records you want. So what's your favourite record? And I shall put it on the record player.
Any. It doesn't really bother me.
I personally like Chirp, I think it is. Oh. Yeah, this is the one I like. Because it sounds like my era of music. I'll just leave that playing. This, another shop. More shops. This entire, yeah. RLcrafters 230 sort of went a bit all out in the shops and owned part of them.
It seems like he liked to own shops.
Yeah. Up here we have the second floor, a bar, a nice cafe. This used to be a shop, or where I am right now, did in fact used to be a shop, but it was not very... hang on, there's someone at the door. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, this area here used to be a shop, which I turned into some tables and chairs for a nice cafe. Over here are some empty shops, which no one took possession of. This is RLcrafters' fibre shop, where I just said, that's enough. You have too many shops, please just close one, either this one or one of your other shops there. Please, oh yeah. Enchantment table with rooms down here. Now, as far as I'm aware, she actually already has one of those types of shops downstairs. This is the manager's office with absolutely nothing in it. Because I got bored.
That room, I don't know why. It just reminded me of one of the rooms on a Hogwarts server. A server which is a Harry Potter roleplay server. It's great.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Cool, where have you gone? We'll head down out in the mall. There are two entrances.
Very nice.
Now we move over into suburbia. These modern houses were not in fact constructed by me. They were constructed by Little Angel 4201, if I have that correct.
Yes, I know the name.
Yeah, so this entire house, all of these houses were constructed completely by accident, where I got randomly teleported to her plot and saw these and I said, oh, could you build these for my town? As I'm terrible at building modern stuff. So over here, this brick building is the train station. Go down here, there's a ticket office. There's a nice ticket office. There's the map of the city just outside for the tourists that come in. But down there's like a subway and takes you down onto the platforms, where there is another train and station. But that's not really anything. Yeah, there's not really anything major down there. In this part here, once I get out of the barbed wire, where we come up the ramp, and this is the motorway.
1 sec, let me TPO to you.
Okay.
Because I've lagged out.
What we have here is the motorway. You may see blocks missing from the plot, that's just because
Just
people.
because.
Yeah, just because. There's the big motorway, and there's just motorway signs. It's all just cars and lorries and stuff. There's nothing major. Just a road with some trees.
Buddy disconnected from your channel.
Oh, what was that?
Clarky left.
Okay. Down here. Where have you gone?
As I said, lagging.
Lagging. Quite a bit of the road is missing here, or the pavement is missing here. This is because that there was, in fact, a huge hole in the ground, loads of construction equipment, and part of the road was closed. But the person obviously filled in the road but didn't fill in the pavement, which is why there are these barricades here made of soul sand and redstone torches.
Well, it stops people. Scare them off to death.
Now in this compound here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is a secret sewer. Yep, here it is. Lagging again, by any chance?
I haven't stopped lagging. Do you see how laggy it is when I upload?
Whoa! Your voice just into ultimate techno robot.
Yeah.
That's literally the only way I can describe it.
Yeah, that's the lag. My entire client's lagging.
Here then. When you eventually do restore to non-lagging status, there is a trapdoor here in the middle of this plane. And if we go down it, we do in fact come to the sewer, which is just literally a tunnel which just stretches for the entire length of the plot across one section. And then in there's the sewer water, so I wouldn't jump in there.
Nah, I'm okay. We want to bath in it.
It's just lined with cobwebs. This one was done with World Edit because by this time I had got really bored with this build.
This looks similar to the tunnel system I built before the creator server got hacked.
Well, I can assure you, any appearance that duplicates any build before.
Nah, my tunnel was wider though.
Okay, I can assure you, but just for the record, I can assure you, any build on this plot which is either identical or, oops, that failed. I forgot and added to my own plot. How can you even forget that? But any build in this plot which is either identical or replicates any other build before or after hacking was done completely coincidentally. I did not in any way copy your builds.
Don't worry.
For the record. So I think we should head back up to the surface as it's not very eventful down here. Just literally a tunnel, that's it.
Let me know when you're up there.
Okay.
Actually, I could just do top and see where I end up.
I'm on the surface.
I'll have a look. I'll do top and see where I end up. On top of a brightly coloured truck.
You're on top of the double-trailered lorry. Just want to run across the road so you don't get struck by the oncoming coach.
Or I could just jump off the side.
Or you could just jump off the side, or I could just walk across and nearly fall to my doom. Here again is the railway line, where there is another train heading into the station, going into the tunnel.
It'd be great if you could link plots.
It would. It would be so great. I did actually, right before the hack, own every single plot for 9 plots on either side. So I had a huge area at my disposal.
That's a lot of
But-
plots.
Yeah, and bearing in mind this was back when they were 200 by 200.
Oh my
That is a
god.
hell of a lot of land. So on the other side of town is the sidewalk missing here. Oh, that's because the headlights clashed them. Okay. On the other side of town is the Museum of Formula One, which
So-
was constructed by Guinea Man 3000. Well, he constructed one side of it, and then I extended it so that I could fit the museum sign on. But this is the Museum of Formula One.
Nice.
Indeed.
I'm not a huge
So-
fan of Formula One, but no, never mind.
Okay then. So credits for this build go to me, obviously. Guinea Man 3000, Little Angel 4201, Lolly Lollipop, and loads of other people who did little snippets of things. A lot of the early people in the RP helped with the multi-story car park, I remember.
Yeah.
So, that's all, I think, really.
Well then, a rather interesting build. And goodbye. And as always, stay safe out there.
Bye!